Hello, this is Lolly, and I'm here with the next series of Valentine cards I'm making for Aunty Vera Scrap and Craft. This is part of the collection that she sent me from Cartabella called Hello Sweetheart. And I've been just fascinated with all the cut-aparts and the different sizes in this kit, and I decided I would like to use the 4-inch square cut-aparts, and I've never made a card with 4-inch squares that I can think of. So I have cut one strip off. I think I'm going to use this one. Actually, I need to cut these into separate pieces. Okay, now I am making this up as I go along, so I made some hasty calculations. We'll see how well this works out. So if this is a failure, you get to witness it right here with me as I'm going through it. So I had this idea. Well, it was another crafty dream. And I wanted to have a card that's folded in half and has one on the front and two on the inside, but also has tabs here. I see I've got a little bit of a bent right here. It has tabs on the back and on the front. So we're going to play with this. I think I have the measurements right. And this is 9 1/4 inches by 4 1/4 inches. And I do need to score that. So half of 9 is 4 1/2 plus half of a quarter is, so 4 1/2. And then I need one little notch to the right of 4 1/2. Should be right. Let's see if that was correct. Yes, that folds it right down the middle. So that's 5/8. 4 5/8 is where you're scoring that. Now, this involves using the original envelope punch board, or the 1, 2, 3 punch board, whichever one. Okay, so let's see if I can do this now. Here's the tricky part that I haven't really played with. So on my cover, I want a tab right here, and I'm going to use the envelope punch board to do that. So I'm going to put this at the 2-inch mark right there, and actually 2 1/8, I think. Thinking. Pretty sure that's what I want to do. Okay, and then to punch this one, I'm going to line this edge up with this center line here that says bow guide, and punch again. Okay. Now, for the back, I'm going to do the same thing. I want the tab here, so I'm going to do the same thing, 2 1/8. And then line it up right here. Oh, I didn't feel like it went down all the way. There we go. Okay, let's move this out of the way and see if that did what I wanted it to do. This is the experimental phase. I just had this idea and I kept dreaming about it last night. And when I do that, I just go ahead and make the project and think, well, let's do it. And we'll see how well it turns out. And I'm trying to find my thing with the metal. Okay, here we go. So I have a tab here, but I want to cut this part off. So I'm just going to kind of line my... this up with the lines here to see where to cut. I don't think I've ever used this to make tabs before. And I remember thinking about the notches it makes and why can't I just make a tab out of that? So I have a tab punch board. I do love it, but it makes tabs that are very tall. And I was thinking for this project, I would like the tabs to be shorter. So there it is. It worked. Yay for crafty dreams, huh? So which one do I want to be my cover? I guess what I should look is if I have two, well, they're all different. So what would be the best? I think I only have hard eyes for you. I think I want this one on the front. So let's get those glued down in place. Now the thing I was dreaming about mostly, I was dreaming about this, making the tabs on this card. And I was dreaming about what I was going to do with the tabs because we always do the same old thing. We write on them, we leave them blank, or, you know, I just want to do something different this time. The other thing I dreamed about was, along the same line as this, was instead of doing just 2, would be to add another sheet in the middle, make a wider one, like for a 6" by 4", and have 3 tabs here. So there'd be another page here with its middle tab, and then the back tab here. I don't know. And I see I need to trim just a little bit off this card. Okay. I love the way it looks like a finished book. Okay. Finish that up. Now, what I want to do with these tabs, and I know this is weird, but stick with me. I'm going to punch 2 holes in here. I'm not really measuring, I'm just eyeballing. Oops, that one didn't cut well. This is very old, and I think it's time for me to sharpen it. A little bit of sandpaper, punch sandpaper holes out. There. And, okay, I just want to cutting this at an angle, so hopefully I can get it through the holes. It's pretty bad when you dream all night about putting seam binding through tabs, right? There. Okay, so there's that. Now, should I do a bow? Should I, let's see. I thought about a knot, not really sure. I'm not sure. There. Or is it too bulky? Let's see. Let's get them both in here and see what I think. See, that's what I was thinking right there. I'll focus in on that. So they're tabs, and from the back, you can see what they look like that way. Anyway, it's kind of cute. The other thing that can be done is, obviously, we could just tie it in a knot. We could use something slimmer than seam binding. You could put eyelash trim in there. There's all kinds of things you could tie in there. But I wanted it to kind of be poofy and puffy on the end there. I thought it would be really cute. So that's that. Let me think about this. I think I would like to gloss this up a little. Add some dimension to these, but I need this to be rather flat, and so in order to do that, I'm going to just kind of give it a little assistance here. And this is dimensional diamond glaze. It's diamond glaze. Oops, whoa, this is going to come out really fast. Let's see if I can slow that down a little bit. And I'm just going to let it come out and swirl it around on some of these flowers here. I'm not squeezing at all. I'm just letting it come on its own volition here. Glossy accents would do the same thing. Okay, now that it's finally slowing down, I'm going to open the lid a little bit more. Okay, let's let that dry. Okay, while that was drying, I was working on something else, but I will show you that one in a second. Right now, I want to point this out to you. So you can see the gloss on there as that had dried. It really adds a nice touch to it. And then I also glued on some flat back pearls to the center of the larger flowers, and I added some white flat back pearls to some of the other hearts. So that's the card, and while that was all drying and setting up, I made another. And this one I used the black cardstock instead of the pink, and I used this kind of a cream color seam binding. I noticed this is more soft, and this was pretty stiff, so it has a completely different look to it. But anyway, very happy with how that looks, the cream on the black. I think that's really cute. So that's the two of them right there, and I need to come up with a word for this. I don't know, tab cards, probably. Okay, thank you for watching, and make sure you check out the links down below, and thank you again for subscribing to my channel and giving me a thumbs up.